So a top on-chain analyst says Bitcoin could be setting up for another bull trap. And then we have U.S. lawmakers pushing to permanently ban a digital dollar. The U.S. courts dismissed a terrorism lawsuit against CZ as if he hasn't gone through enough already. And then the markets, regulation, and crypto's legal battles are colliding all at the same time. Let's dive in. Willy Woo says Bitcoin may be forming a bull trap. Why is he saying that? If you take a look here at that breakout that we were talking about before on our technical analysis, I told you guys, wait for a break. Do not get extremely bullish when we break above this zone. We closed above and then came right back into range. So what this analyst is saying, and he's been around for a while, Willy Woo is saying Bitcoin is solidly in the middle of a bear market. Why is he saying that? If you see all the red, right? Bitcoin is up 3.474% over the past 30 days. But with all of that, you see Bitcoin investor flows have been in consistent recovery. And so what that means is short-term rallies could continue into April. The rally may look like a breakout as we've seen in our range. It looks like a breakout and then it fails. So what they're saying here is not only is it still in the middle phase of a bear market, but this is all coming after Bitcoin peaked at $126,000 in October. So it's done this multiple times, right? Came up. We thought we were out of here. Thought, okay, continuation. Came right back in. Did the same thing right here. Came out. Thought it was a continuation. Come right back into range. So be careful. Wait for multiple confirmations for your TA. Do not just go off of, okay, I broke this level, that's it, we're back. Do not do that. Wait for multiple confirmations, multiple levels to break. And that's when, especially on the higher time frame, right? On the higher time frame, wait for multiple confirmations, multiple levels to break. Because if you go to lower time frames, it's easy. You'll easily fall for this stuff. You will easily fall for it. Even if you look here, go to the 2 minute. I know some people, let's even do the 30 minute or the hour. The hour is probably the highest some people even go. If you look here, it comes and does a retest to the same level it just broke, but didn't make a new high and fell into range, like fell right back into range. So this is where it'll mess you up. If you go to the higher time frames, like 4 hour, more so, I say the daily or the weekly, preferably because of how wicked the Bitcoin candles move. That price action is crazy. But we see that right now, it's a lot of sideways movement, right? Rallies right into the resistance zone. And then we're waiting for that breakout, and that resistance now becomes support. And we continue to make new highs, breaking these levels that we have in red. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Bull trap. People already fell for the bull trap already. Like people already were, the sentiment changed last week. People were already, okay, that's it. We're done. Just going off of this green candle only to get hit again. Right. So, and that's with everything going on. That's with people following whale selling positions. Right. That's all happening. They're following what's going on. But in reality, expect continued indecision, especially everything going on within the macro environment. Next up, we have U.S. lawmakers demand temporary CBDC ban. They're saying here, temporary CBDC ban isn't enough. They demand a permanent block. So this is big, guys. They don't want a digital dollar. They don't. Some U.S. lawmakers are like, nope, we don't want anything to do with it. And they're calling for a permanent ban because right here they're saying a current proposal that's in the works is going to block CBDCs completely until 2031. But lawmakers say that a temporary ban isn't enough. And key points from the letter signed by 29 members of Congress, they're saying that a CBDC could enable financial surveillance and it will give the Federal Reserve unprecedented financial control. It could threaten civil liberties and financial privacy. And really their demand here, based off of these signatures and the proposal, their goal is to prevent the Federal Reserve from ever issuing a CBDC. Their debate, highlights concerns about government control over money, privacy, financial freedom, and the future structure of digital currency. In my opinion, this is one of the very few times I see governments acting in the best interest of the people. So really like what they're doing here. And really, you know, whatever their agenda is, I align with this, because I do not think CBDCs and allowing even a sliver of accessibility to that or creation of that is going to benefit the crypto space. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated. Next up, we're talking about U.S. courts again, saying centralized exchanges have zero motive to aid terrorists. This is big. CZ has been put through the ringer. Here he's saying, comes out and says, false news is temporary. Truth always comes with time. Adding some logic here. There's absolutely zero motive for a centralized exchange to have anything to do with terrorists. I imagine they don't actively trade. They may try to deposit, then immediately withdraw. These don't generate any revenue either. Not to mention seeing missiles being intercepted in the sky with my own eyes while living in the safest country in the world. So a lot going on here, but CZ, case dismissed. Victims seek damages from Binance as well. And then also Binance denies Iran transaction claims. So Binance comes at a time when the exchanges are undergoing scrutiny over their transactions tied to sanctioned entities. And on Friday, the exchange pushed back against the allegations raised by a group of 11 senators, rejecting claims that it facilitated transactions tied to Iranian entities. So CZ and Binance are being put through the ringer. Fortunately, the court dismissed the allegations against CZ. And this is all after he got a pardon. So he's been just put through the ringer. But he continues to move forward. And I think big things are to come with CZ. He has mentioned it. Don't know exactly what. But I think we're going to see something big come from CZ in the near future. So wanted to give you guys a market update. We see a lot of blood on the street. You see Bitcoin pull back to $67,600. Ethereum is at $2,000, and just still everything is at a discount, guys. And this is with all the noise happening, right? A lot of people have a lot of indecision on the markets, especially with this pullback into range, guys. We were telling you guys, pay attention and do not fall for this. Wait for multiple confirmations. That is what we do. We're not just going off of this candle. We want to see multiple confirmations before confirming a directional bias. So definitely wanted to highlight this here and give you guys a market update. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. See you soon.